Hey, why is it that when I scold or lightly hit my cat, it doesn't seem scared at all?
Not only that, but he holds grudges. Whenever someone asks this kind of thing, it drives me crazy. Back in the day, I had a cat named Pickles. That little fur ball was a real troublemaker. One day he'd poop on the floor, the next day he'd pee on the couch. And if I got mad enough to confront him, he'd hiss right back at me. But I noticed something really strange. Sometimes when I tried to scold or scare him, he wasn't afraid at all. But other times, I'd just be standing there quietly, and he'd act like he'd seen a ghost. This weird inconsistency made me really curious. So I did what any obsessive pet owner would do. I started watching tons of videos of cats fighting. After analyzing them for a while, I think I cracked part of the feline code. 1. Body language is power. Whenever Pickles and my other cat, Boots, got into a fight, they always had this wind-up phase. They'd arch their backs, puff up their fur, and let out some eerie growls. None of that is random. When animals fight, size is power. So before a fight, they try to make themselves look bigger. That archback pose? It's universal in the animal kingdom. Even humans do this. Ever seen two old folks in a rural town arguing in the street? Hands on hips, chest puffed out, same concept. It makes you look bigger and more dominant. On the flip side, when an animal is scared or feels weak, it tries to shrink itself. Ever noticed how, as a kid, when your parents scolded you, you'd lower your head and stuff your hands in your pockets? That's you subconsciously trying to reduce your threat profile. I started using this trick with Pickles. Whenever he messed up, I'd walk over slowly, chest out, shoulders square, and stare down at him from above. That made him feel smaller in comparison, and he'd instantly become more submissive. But when I wanted to approach him without scaring him, like for a bath, I'd crouch down, lower myself, make my body smaller. And surprise, he wouldn't run away. This also explains why stray kittens often run when you approach. To them, you're just a massive, looming creature. Try hunching down and approaching slowly. They're less likely to bolt. 2. Speak their language. I used to call my cats all kinds of ridiculous names. Trash goblin, useless fuzzball, dumb fluff, you name it. But here's the truth. They don't understand a word. To them, I probably sound like a noisy monkey making weird sounds. So when I really need to get a message across, I use their language. Cats have a specific sound they use to signal aggression. A deep, nasal snort, kind of like a snore through the nose. So if I grab Pickles, look him straight in the face, and make that snorty growl, his ears instantly drop. He looks away, and boom, message received. 3. Create symbolic fear. You might be wondering why my online avatar looks like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Well, here's the story. At our game studio, we had a bunch of props lying around, PC parts, decorations, etc. Pickles, being the little menace he was, loved climbing the shelf and knocking everything over. So one day, I grabbed a Stitch headpiece and used it to spook him. Over time, he built a kind of fear association with that mask. Now, even just seeing it freaks him out. I took advantage of that, put the mask near the shelves. Guess what? He stopped climbing them. Unfortunately, this only worked on Pickles. Boots? She knocked the mask off the shelf and broke it. 4. Use the carrot and stick. When I was a kid, I was a little troublemaker too. If I got in trouble, my dad would scold me, sometimes even give me a light spanking. But after the punishment, dinner would always be ready. And strangely, the food was always really good, all my favorites. Looking back, that was their way of smoothing things over. It was like, yes, I'm mad at you, but I still love you. Same thing with cats. After I scold Pickles, I casually open a can of his favorite wet food. Suddenly, all his dramatic, I'm running away forever, energy disappears. He pops out from under the bed, tail up, pretending nothing happened. This works even better in multi-cat households. When Boots and Pickles get into a scrap, I separate them, scold them both, then give each of them a can of food. It calms them down and resets the mood. 5. Less talk, more stare. Last but not least, the more you talk, the less powerful you seem. Think about the scariest teachers you ever had in school. Did they rant and rave? Nope. They just gave you the look. That silent, soul-crushing stare. Same thing with cats. Don't lecture them. Just stare. Quietly. Use the full package. Stand tall. Make that low throat sound. Lock eyes. When I hit Pickles with this triple combo, even his legs start to shake. Try it. Master your own energy before you try to control theirs.